New trailer shocks the world. Were Jimin and Jungkook too close in Switzerland? And did Disney Plus intentionally create fan service? The question spread faster than the trailer itself. How could a travel show teaser ignite a controversy so intense that it dominated global conversations within minutes? Why did a brief, barely 3-second moment of Jimin and Jungkook standing close inside a Swiss cable car turn the entire internet into a battlefield of speculation, curiosity, and emotional chaos? And what exactly did Disney Plus do, strategically or unintentionally, that made millions of viewers feel they had witnessed something almost too intimate for the screen? It began the moment the new trailer for Are You Sure? Season 2 dropped online. This wasn't supposed to be a scandal. It wasn't even supposed to be dramatic. It was simply a preview of Jimin and Jungkook traveling together after completing their military service. But instead of relaxing viewers with beautiful scenery and wholesome interactions, the trailer delivered a shockwave no one expected. One shot changed everything. A quiet, close, breath-shared moment between the two BTS members that left viewers questioning whether they had just witnessed raw sincerity or calculated editing. The camera framed their faces with striking closeness. Snow drifted gently outside. Breath fog softened the space between them. Their voices lowered. Jimin turned his head slightly toward Jungkook, and Jungkook leaned in as if whispering something meant only for him. It lasted only seconds, but those seconds became the most replayed, dissected, and argued over footage of the year. And this gave rise to the first explosive question: why was this moment edited with such intimacy? Some viewers insisted the shot was slowed down deliberately. Others noticed the sudden disappearance of background music. Many pointed out the unusual cinematic angle, far tighter, softer, and more intimate than anything the show released in Season 1. If this was coincidence, it was a strangely perfect one. If it was intentional, it was undeniably provocative. Theories multiplied rapidly, and with them came accusations that Disney Plus was pushing fan service to fuel clicks, attention, and global engagement. But the other half of the fandom argued just as passionately that the moment wasn't edited. It was simply real. Jimin and Jungkook have always shared a natural closeness, a warmth that doesn't require scripts or camera tricks. Their chemistry has been visible for a decade, strengthened through hardship, tours, exhaustion, quiet moments backstage, and now, the emotional weight of post-military reunion. Maybe the world wasn't seeing something crafted. Maybe the world was simply feeling something genuine, yet the debate refused to calm down, especially because of the timing. Fans had waited nearly 2 years to see Jimin and Jungkook freely interacting again. Their reunion wasn't merely visual, it was emotional. Every glance felt heavier. Every laugh carried nostalgia. Every shared moment felt multiplied by the months of silence that preceded it. The trailer didn't just show content. It reopened the emotional door fans had kept closed during their enlistment. But this raises another unsettling question. Were viewers reacting to the trailer, or were they reacting to their own longing? What complicates this storm is the complete silence surrounding it. Disney Plus hasn't clarified anything. HYBE hasn't responded. Jimin and Jungkook haven't commented. And the absence of answers only deepens the speculation. Did they expect this moment to blow up? Did they know the shot would feel intimate? Did they approve the edit? Or were they simply being themselves, unaware of how intensely the world would respond? Without explanations, interpretation becomes a free-for-all. The moment evolves not through truth, but through discourse. People begin to see what they want to see, fear what they want to fear, and feel what they are emotionally prepared to feel. The cable car shot becomes a canvas where millions project nostalgia, longing, curiosity, and sometimes even fantasy. The trailer becomes more than content. It becomes psychology. Behind all of this, Are You Sure? Remains an unscripted series. Crew members often describe its production style as observational rather than staged. Cameras capture real interaction, personality, and chemistry as it happens. That means the controversial moment might not have been orchestrated at all. It might have been a simple, sincere interaction, two close friends sharing warmth in the cold Swiss air. But when the editing room slowed it down and isolated the scene, The line between authenticity and narrative changed shape. The emotional impact on fans is undeniable. They didn't react to the shot because it was controversial. They reacted because it was powerful.
It reminded them of what they had missed.
It tugged at the part of them still healing from months of separation. It delivered a sensation that felt both new and familiar, tender yet provocative, comforting yet confusing. And if a single moment can do that, what will the full season show? Will more interactions feel too close? Will the editing style lean into the intimacy or pull away from it? Will behind-the-scenes footage clarify the moment or intensify the mystery? Will Jimin or Jungkook eventually address the speculation? Until then, the debate lives on. The trailer is still being analyzed frame by frame. Fans are still writing theories. Media outlets are still covering the uproar. And the world continues to ask whether the closeness between Jimin and Jungkook was genuine, magnified, or manipulated. In the end, the new trailer didn't just promote a show. It created a cultural moment. It sparked conversation. It stirred emotion. It blurred boundaries. And it raised a final question that still echoes around the world. Was the intimacy real, or was it crafted to make the world wonder? As online discussions intensified, the trailer ceased to be just a promotional clip and instead became a social mirror reflecting global obsession with Jimin and Jungkook. Every single detail was dissected to the last frame. The way they looked at each other, the distance between their shoulders, their laughter, even the camera angle capturing their bodies against the Swiss backdrop, all were analyzed as if containing hidden codes. People began to ask whether this was simply natural chemistry or deliberately framed to make viewers feel as if they were witnessing a private moment. What makes this trailer so fascinating is how it taps into viewer psychology. After watching BTS post-military, fans carry an immense emotional longing. The trailer unconsciously exploits that. Even if Disney Plus did not intentionally emphasize their closeness, viewers still reacted intensely, combining the effects of 2 years of absence, nostalgia, and sky-high expectations for their interactions. Media analysts have even called this a masterful marketing move. By slowing down one particular moment and focusing tightly on their faces, attention was magnetically drawn to the unusually close interaction, fueling global virality. Cultural commentators in the K-pop world also see this as part of a larger phenomenon. BTS, and specifically Jimin and Jungkook, are not just idols, they are symbols of globalized fandom emotions, where viewers feel a personal connection with celebrities. From this perspective, the trailer is not just promotion, it is an experiment in social psychology. Is it fair for viewers to interpret this as fan service? Perhaps. Did Disney Plus consciously highlight the moment to maximize engagement? Many believe so. The controversy is fueled even more by silence. Neither Jimin nor Jungkook has commented. HYBE has remained quiet. Disney Plus has yet to clarify. In fandom culture, the absence of explanation often fuels speculation more than any statement could. Fans fill the gap with their own theories, ranging from predictions of more intimate content in Season 2 to reminders that the natural chemistry between Jimin and Jungkook has always been the heart of their appeal, both on stage and on variety shows. This trailer also raises deeper ethical questions about media production. Is it appropriate for a platform to use the natural closeness of two individuals to attract attention, particularly when that closeness can be interpreted romantically by viewers? Is it emotional manipulation or clever marketing? The debate is unlikely to ever have a definitive public answer, yet it demonstrates how a mere 3-second shot can trigger discussions involving millions of people, international media outlets, and social psychology experts. Beyond marketing and ethics, this moment highlights how sensitively global fans respond to every BTS interaction post-military. Over 2 years of public absence, expectations for their personal interactions have skyrocketed. Even the smallest smiles, glances, or physical touches are interpreted as highly meaningful. The trailer, intentionally or not, ignited a spark that had been simmering. Jimin and Jungkook, simply by standing close, managed to create a scene simultaneously familiar, mysterious, tender, and provocative, compelling audiences to watch, rewatch, and analyze endlessly. This reaction also underscores the complex dynamics among fans, celebrities, and global streaming platforms. Disney Plus may have intended only to promote a series, but the result exceeded any traditional marketing metric. A trailer has become a cultural phenomenon, with the world debating authenticity versus manipulation. This marks a new era in which a fleeting moment of intimacy can trigger global emotional waves, demonstrating both BTS's cultural influence and the powerful psychology of fandom. Questions inevitably arise about industry implications. Are competitors watching closely? Will other streaming platforms try to emulate Disney Plus' technique of highlighting intimate moments to generate viral content? Or will this spark a broader conversation about the boundary between real-life interaction and editorial manipulation designed for sensation? These remain unanswered, with clarity only likely to emerge after the full season airs. The burning question that continues to captivate fans remains: were Jimin and Jungkook aware that this seemingly small moment would ignite the entire internet? Did they intentionally create chemistry that could be interpreted in multiple ways? Or was it pure spontaneity? No one can answer definitively, and that ambiguity is exactly what makes the trailer more compelling than ever. The lack of certainty keeps millions of viewers returning, scrutinizing every subtle movement, every expression, every frame. A 3-second cable car scene in Switzerland has evolved into a global social experiment, whether by design or by chance, testing the limits of fandom perception, media influence, and emotional projection. Ultimately, this trailer has done far more than advertise a new show. It has created a worldwide debate, sparked theories, ignited social media, and shown that Jimin and Jungkook remain capable of moving hearts across the globe, even with a simple, close-quarters interaction. The moment is not just content. It is proof of the emotional power BTS wields over millions of people and how even the smallest visual detail can become a phenomenon far beyond expectation. The final question that continues to haunt the fandom is simple yet unrelenting. Was the intimacy portrayed in the trailer real, or was it carefully edited to generate hype and engagement? Until that answer emerges, the world will keep watching, guessing, and marveling at the extraordinary chemistry between Jimin and Jungkook, a chemistry capable of transforming a few seconds on screen into a global cultural sensation. As the days passed after the trailer's release, the conversation surrounding Jimin and Jungkook's so-called intimate moment refused to fade. On social media, hashtags exploded. Hashtag Too Close in Switzerland, hashtag Jimin and Jungkook, hashtag Disney Fanservice, and countless variations trended worldwide. Clips of the cable car scene were slowed down, zoomed in, looped repeatedly, and analyzed frame by frame. Even mainstream media outlets in the United States, Europe, and Asia covered the viral moment, trying to unpack whether this was a marketing ploy or an authentic connection. Every outlet approached it differently, yet all were united by one undeniable truth. The trailer had captured a global audience and held it hostage with nothing more than seconds of screen time. Fans themselves became amateur directors and editors, posting side-by-side comparisons with past BTS footage to prove that the closeness was natural, or alternatively, arguing that Disney Plus had deliberately emphasized this moment to spike emotional engagement. Online forums debated the timing, framing, and even background music, or lack thereof. People questioned why the scene slowed at precisely the moment Jungkook leaned in and Jimin's expression softened. Was it coincidence? Or was it intentional manipulation of viewer perception? Analysts in media psychology suggest that such editing decisions can dramatically amplify the emotional response of an audience, even if the actors themselves are unaware. And in this case, it was working flawlessly. Meanwhile, international fan communities began theorizing about the implications for the rest of the season. If a single 3-second moment could generate this level of engagement, what might viewers expect when the full episodes air? Would Disney Plus continue to highlight similar moments of closeness, or would the editing style pull back to avoid further controversy? Some fans speculated that the production team might have included additional intimate sequences to heighten the suspense and emotional payoff. Others hoped that the scenes were purely organic and that the hype would naturally resolve itself once audiences saw the full context of the travels, challenges, and conversations that made up the show. The controversy also opened a broader discussion about ethics in modern media. In a world where streaming platforms compete for attention in an increasingly crowded digital space, the temptation to maximize viral potential can sometimes blur the line between storytelling and manipulation. Disney Plus may have simply been trying to highlight one of the most captivating aspects of Season 2, the unique bond between Jimin and Jungkook. But to millions of fans watching online, the effect was so intense it felt like more than just promotion. It felt personal. The intimacy seemed deliberate, yet tantalizingly ambiguous, forcing audiences to constantly question what was real, what was enhanced, and what they were allowed to perceive.